Okay, so just checking my connection. We're good? Okay. Alright, welcome to my third live. I'm kind of tired today, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been doing tons of stuff. Moving house soon, next month, so I've been busy with that. It's been like really stressful for like about 3 weeks now. Okay, oh, 1 second. Okay. Oh yeah, so about 3 weeks looking for a house and packing my stuff up soon and all that stuff. Anyway, so if anybody has any questions, please ask anytime. I'll try to answer as best I can. Yeah, and today I decided to draw Mystique, the classic X-Men uniform, like the white dress and everything. So I'll try to get that done from pencil to colors. I'm streaming for an hour and a half, so if I don't get done, I'll have to finish offline, but I think I can make it in an hour and a half. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, I've got some reference on my phone. Okay. Hope everyone's doing alright. Some sad news yesterday of Chadwick Boseman passing away. It was quite shocking. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's like really heartbreaking thinking. I think he was like battling cancer for about 4 years. So he was like making, you know, Infinity War and going through treatment and everything. Just picturing him, you know, doing his best while he's acting and working is like very heartbreaking for me. So yeah, it was really sad to hear. Okay, so I'll start with some sketches. I just thought of the character like an hour ago, so I haven't had time to sketch out what I want to draw, but it's probably like her holding a gun. It's been hot here in Tokyo, as usual, hitting like 40 degrees, and it's like super humid. So that's been kind of like quite taxing too. So I hope wherever you are, it's a little cooler than here. I don't think I've ever drawn Mystique in my work. Maybe once, like a long time ago, but not recently. She doesn't make an appearance in Miss Marvel or Spider-Gwen or anything like that, so this will be a new kind of drawing for me. Speaking of X-Men and stuff, I think the new Mutants movie is out. The reviews have not been that generous, so I'm kind of worried, but I do want to see it. So if it ever comes out here, I'll check it out. But I haven't seen any posters or advertising for it, so I might have to wait a little while. But Bandung, I'm not sure where is Bandung. So this is pretty much how I start all my commissions, just kind of like drawing a bunch of ideas, different poses. Oh, Indonesia, cool, nice. I have never been. Closest I got was Singapore last year. I do want to go. I really want to do like a Malaysia, Indonesia tour. I think that'd be really fun. And the food is really good, so possibly when all this is fixed, I'll make it down there. So yeah, so I just do a whole bunch of poses and see what sticks. You know, just doing so many commissions, you know, you do get used to like maybe 3 or 4 standard poses, so I'm always trying to keep it fresh. That's the difficult part. Trying to decide if I should just do a cool pose or like have some sort of movement. Yeah, just like her standing there is kind of boring, so I try to add some sort of flair. Okay, these aren't working. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will do some movement. So mid-transformation, that's a good idea. That makes it like twice as difficult though. Okay, so let me it reminds me of that. There's that cosplay photo of a cosplayer online where she's like in mid-transformation. And I always thought that was really cool. So maybe I can try to like feed off of that. Okay, yeah, this is kind of working. Does she have gloves on? Oh, yeah, she's got like arm gloves things. Okay, let's see. Mystique transformation. All right, okay. Oh yeah, it's this one. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I want to do the military uniform. I might just do like some civilian clothing. Yeah. When I hear like Mystique transformation, this is what I think of now. That's so cool. I don't know how she did that. Sorry, the glare. Okay. Huh. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's try this. All right. Yeah, I won't do full body today, just from the legs, the thighs up. This is not working. Okay, that's better. So yeah, I always start with the head. It kind of grounds the drawing, so, and then I go just for loose sketches. Okay. When it's a straight-on shot, it's quite difficult, to be honest with you, because you have to be symmetrical with your drawing. So I always try to put a bit of angle on it. Okay, so probably this half will be transforming like this. Okay. So yeah, looks all right. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, so with movie theaters opening, you know, I'm expecting other things to start happening. The biggest local show is the year-end Tokyo Comic Con. It's probably the well, there's that one, and then there's like an indie show that happens twice a year. But Tokyo Comic Con has announced that they're going to be doing their show completely remotely this year. There's no details, so I don't know what they have planned, but I'm curious to see how they handle that stuff. Like, are they gonna have guests come and talk to fans remotely? Like, for the artists, it's quite easy. You just have to sit home and draw and, you know, stream like this, but I don't know how they would organize an entire convention that way. But yeah, I miss going to conventions. So anybody has any sort of idea how they would do that? I know like San Diego was online this year. I don't know how they did that, but if anybody has any sort of clue, it'd be cool to know. Not so much. I've been maybe every 3 years just to go see friends. The last time I tabled there was years ago. And I was just doing like indie stuff and zines and stuff, so I wasn't doing commissions at all. But I enjoy going to Comic-Con because it's a completely different audience, and the comics there are completely different, so it's nice to see a variety of what's happening outside of superheroes. Oh, sorry, no. Comic-Con is the big one. I go to Comedia, which is a smaller one. Comic-Con is completely parody and like a lot of porn. And Comedia is more original character based. And they do have like sort of sketchy R-rated stuff there too, but not as much. This is a commission. This is just a drawing, and it is up for sale at the very end. If you're interested. Actually, I think this is gonna be too difficult, so I'm gonna scrap the transformation idea. I'm sorry. I appreciate the suggestion, though. Should make the hair a little more flowing, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking all right. I saw like the big Fortnite Marvel announcement online. I'm curious how that game is going. I stopped playing Fortnite actually quite a while ago, maybe like 6 months ago. It just got a little too tedious, and I wasn't really improving, so I was getting killed all the time. But I saw that like there's Wolverine and stuff in this update version, so if anybody has any insight. I did play the Thanos Marvel Fortnite crossover, and that was really fun. Playing as Thanos and like kicking ass. Hooked on Fall Guys at the moment. 2 crowns. Only one legitimate crown so far, but trying for a 3rd. And I see they're having a season 2 soon as well for that game, so I'm really looking forward to that update. So I tried making I think you probably noticed, but the Fall Guys video, and no one watched it, so it was quite depressing, but it was fun to draw, nonetheless. I do hope Marvel and Fall Guys has like a crossover. That'd be fun. And speaking of games, the Marvel Avengers game is coming out next month, probably in a week, I think. I don't know, like I think it's scheduled for the 4th or something in Japan. I don't know if that's worldwide, but I'm looking forward to that. I did get to contribute some advertising art for that game for Japan, so hopefully I can show that soon. Making a video of the process for the poster art, so you guys will get to see that too. Yeah, the reviews online for the game have been kind of mixed, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I get to play as Miss Marvel. That's awesome. Like her hand growing and doing all the moves and stuff. I just can't wait to like play around with that stuff. The Hulk looked really cool. The versions of Iron Man and Captain America, yeah, they all look really solid. あ、ありがとうございます。This arm is giving me problems. Which lead size is that? This is a 0.5 B lead. I used to use a softer lead. I think I went up to like 2B or something, but my hand was smudging it way too much, and it was making everything really messy. So I've cut back and stuck with the B for a few years now. And when I erase it, it doesn't scratch the paper. So this is kind of the best lead for me, I think. And I do press quite hard, so it's important not to have lead that's too hard. Yeah, it's also important for your hand when you're drawing so much that if it's really hard lead, it tires out your fingers and stuff. So especially like when I'm doing storyboards and stuff. Oh my gosh! At the end of the day, like I could barely hold anything in my hand. So it's important to really take care of your grip strength and how much pressure you're putting on the paper. And that all helps with a softer lead. if anybody's interested. I gotta keep an eye on the time. Okay, it's been half an hour. I'll try to get pencils done soon, so we can switch to inks. It's looking all right. Okay, I gotta get some ref for this gun. I'm thinking like a small spy gun type gun. What is it called? Like a Walther PP? Walther PPK. Right. Like James Bond gun. Oh my god. Yeah, one of the toughest things is drawing a hand holding a gun, let me tell you. Do you have a website where I can buy your artwork? Yes. I have a what do you call it? Big Cartel that has my original pages. So it's in the link in my profile, so please visit that. Oh, I love your Spider-Man work. Thank you. I wish I could draw more of it, but I was put on Silk, and then the series was canceled, unfortunately. I know, it really sucks. I wish I could keep drawing Spider-Gwen. But hopefully, you know, maybe it'll come back. Okay, I don't know how to draw this hand. Shit. Okay, find some ref. Hand holding gun. Okay. See, these are the times I'm baffled at how artists would draw things when there was no internet. Like how the hell do you look for any sort of, I guess you go to the library and take photocopies of like weapons magazines and stuff. Which dub do you like in Dragon Ball Z, Funimation or Ocean? I don't watch animation so much, so I can't answer your question. A lot of the cartoon shows I've watched originally in Japanese, and I think that's how I prefer it, so I've never really watched shows in English, unfortunately. Sorry, that's not answering your question, but I don't really know the difference in quality. Thanks. It's coming soon. I'm starting back at Marvel next month. I'm really excited about that. I'm kind of worried because I haven't drawn comic pages in a long time now. So hopefully I can get back on that horse. Yeah, I can't say exactly when the comic will be released, but it will be quite soon. So stay tuned for that. Okay, I've been fidgeting with this gun for like 15 minutes. I gotta put this down. Cool. The reason I ask is because if you live in Canada and Ocean does the dub in that country. Yeah, I don't live in Canada. I used to live in Canada. I haven't lived there in over 10 years now. But if I did live in Canada, I'm sure I would be watching the Canadian dub. Is it like a regional thing? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. No, thanks. Yeah, originals always look a little different. You can get a real sense of like the what do you call it? I guess the three-dimensionality of the art, I guess, you know, because the ink is a bit raised, so it's nice to see the art from a different kind of perspective rather than just flat print. How many hours do you take to make a page? Pencils, I would say 5 to 6 hours. And since I ink my own work, depending on the detail of the page, it'll probably take about 2 to 3 hours. So 9 hours total per page. I think that's pretty standard for sequential artist. Like standard is a page a day. If you can do a page a day, you know, you're fast enough to do a monthly book. I wish it was faster. It would never hurt to be faster, but that's kind of the standard. Well, I used to live in Canada. Oh, cool. Non-manga graphic novel I owned. Non-manga. It's probably Death. I bought it in like when I was in high school. It's like when I really got into Western comics, I think, through Gen X with Chris Bichello. Because I was never really into Western comics till then. I used to read my older brother's comics a lot, but I was completely involved with Dragon Ball and Ultimate Muscle and stuff. So I didn't really pay attention too much for Western comics, but the art was really cool all the time. But then, yeah, through like Chris Bachalo's work, I really started to get into X-Men and buying comics, and I don't think I have much left. I think I threw them away or sold them to friends or something. I can't remember, but yeah, I was never really a collector, so I didn't think to hang on to many comics. Oh, cool. TMNT. Okay, skulls. Yeah, so speaking of Canada, I was supposed to go back this past summer to see my folks, and you know, all the COVID stuff happened, so I haven't been back in over a year now, and I do miss it. I miss the food, and like Canadian junk food. I miss the most. I'm a big Harvey's fan, if anybody knows what that is, and also like junky Canadian Chinese food. And related to that, I think if anybody knows Panda Express, it's a big chain in the States and stuff in Canada, but they started opening Panda Express outlets here in Japan, maybe in the last couple of years, and they opened one, and they're okay. So the ones that have been opened have been quite far away from where I live, and they finally opened one that was relatively close. So I went yesterday, and it was delicious. So a little taste of home, I guess, in Tokyo. I didn't believe in collection either. I'd rather read them than keep them in case they're worth a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, I understand the sentiment, the purpose of collecting, and being able to sell it later. I mean, it never hurts to hang out to something, you know, and it surprisingly goes up in value. That's awesome. But since I've moved countries, and you know, living in Japan, like the apartments are so small to start with, it's hard to hang on to anything. And I try not to hold on to things and collect things. So. Five Guys, yeah, there's Five Guys in Canada. I've had Five Guys, it's pretty good. Free peanuts? I remember there's like bags of peanuts, and you can just eat as many as you want while you wait for your burger. The burgers are pretty good too. Okay, I think pencils are good to go with that. This might be a bit too thick down here. Okay. All right. I think that looks okay. Get to inks. Keep it on the time, 45 minutes. Okay. All right, my trusty Pigma Tech pens. How do you actually pencil for the comics? I mean, like, do you draw it digitally and ink it traditionally, or just pencil straight on the paper? I pencil straight on paper. I wish I could do digitally because it'd be a lot faster, but I'm just so used to penciling on paper traditionally that I don't think I could ever fully make the leap, you know? Like, I see a lot of new artists that do draw digitally, and the effects they can get are amazing. I could never do that with traditional pencils. So it makes me think, it makes me want to do it, but I don't know, I just like drawing on paper, so. And I guess the nice thing is you have a piece of art at the end. So that's always nice. I'm doing mine digitally. Now you have to get used to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's that knowledge that I know exactly how to get the effects I want by drawing on paper. So it makes it really easy for me to project how much I can get done in a certain amount of time. Whereas digitally, I really don't know, because I haven't done it enough. Which kind of sucks. I wish I could take some time and do it. I mean, I guess that's what this whole quarantine thing was for, but perhaps... oh, yeah, the hair looks pretty good. Maybe next year I'll try to focus on digitally a little more. Dirty X used to do like you, yeah? A lot of the people I know, a lot of them are still traditional. But they do mix it sometimes, and so I think that's kind of my ultimate goal, to be able to mix it and not just focus on one. be wonderful to see you making a page one day. I do plan to take video of me drawing an actual page of silk, so you'll get to see it eventually, but not right away. Maybe in another couple months. But I think that'd be cool too. You get to see how messy an actual page looks before it gets inked. こんにちは。毎年込み込んでコミッションお願いしてました。コロナが収まってまたお会いできますように。そうですね。近いうちにお会いできれば。Yeah, page video sounds really cool. The thing is, it would take, it would be, like I said, 8 to 9 hours. So I'd have to like compress it and edit it quite well. But yeah, definitely I'll videotape a page, me drawing a page, and make a video for you guys. Oh, so yeah, so since I'm moving, I'm gonna have a bigger workspace, and I'll have like a dedicated YouTube area. I won't have to set up. This is like I'm setting up in my kitchen table right now, so it'll be nice to have a dedicated workspace for YouTube. And I can't wait to get that set up. That means I can do. It'll be easier to videotape commissions and videotape me drawing pages and stuff. So hopefully I can get some more interesting content for you guys. Yeah, so I don't know if I've mentioned or not, but you still inking with G Pen? Yes, the characters I do with G Pen. The backgrounds I do with these tech pens. Yeah, with these I can never get that clean line variation I get with the G Pen. So when I'm doing comic pages, I always stick with G Pen on the characters. Yeah, so I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I did have a studio about 20 minutes away, 15-20 minutes away, and had to give it up this past month. So I will be working exclusively from home again, which is it's a big change for me. I think I used to do when I first started drawing comics. I was working from home for about 8 years, I think. And it has its ups and downs, but mostly it is quite stressful psychologically to just sit at home and draw all day and not see anybody. So it's going to be interesting switching back to working from home again. But thankfully the area I'm moving to has like lots to do and lots of little side streets and shops and stuff, so that'll be really nice. Hopefully I'll find like maybe a nice coffee shop to work from to do sketches and stuff. But yeah, if anybody's thinking of becoming a full-time artist, it is like an important aspect of becoming a professional, like managing your social life and your mental health with your business life. So I use a little art stand that helps since I move it. Cool. Yeah, like, I guess the most important thing is to be comfortable with your workspace and, maximizing what you can do with what you have. So even a small table that's the perfect height works wonders over something really expensive that you don't really like. I don't know, from my experience anyway. I've been making do with a lot of IKEA furniture, but I think I might look for a dedicated drawing table that you can get angles and stuff on. Do you have people that help you draw in the studio? No. I've had assistants once or twice, but they only come for a day just to help out with backgrounds. But that's only when I was like really, really crazy busy. But for the most part, I do everything myself, so. I think that arm might be too long. Do you have people? Okay. Do I like to draw backgrounds? It depends on the background, I guess. If I had a choice of not doing it, I wouldn't draw. I would try to get somebody else to do it for me. But sometimes, like a scene is based around a certain setting or a certain building, and that's fun because I can get really creative with the angles and stuff. But something like Spider-Gwen swinging through New York City, I start breaking out in cold sweats when I read that on the script. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta draw New York again. Do you ever read Bakuman? It was a manga about making of manga. Yes. I really liked the artist on that. Yeah. I fixed it. I didn't like the ending to that manga, but I liked the build-up to everything. Okay, I think the arm is still too long still. Okay. I don't know why the hands are giving me so many problems today. This is what happens when you get rusty. I gotta draw more. Yeah, this is another thing, like working on a flat surface. I'm looking at it in this direction, so it kind of looks like this, and so that can screw with certain proportions in the head and stuff. So that's why I'm also thinking about getting that angled desk. Do you mean you like the love story between Mashiro and Miho? Mashiro's the main guy, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know. It was like really unconvincing. It was like I don't want to get into the details of that manga, but it felt really forced. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. Okay, I'm going with this. Oh my god, please, just the whole manga premise, or just a little story. No, like I like the manga aspect of it. I thought it was very educational, actually. It's kind of like a how-to manual for anybody that wanted to do comics. So I thought that was really accurate, and that was really fun to read. But yeah, the love story and stuff, I don't know. I think the problem was I was like skipping over it because I was like, oh, I'm not really interested in this part of the comic. So looks okay. Do you know artist Kurihiru? Really cool to see your manga style at Marvel. Yeah, Kurihiru. I've met a few times. They're a duo that creative duo. So they draw everything, color everything. Really nice people. I think they're originally from like Hokkaido. But yeah, their stuff is so clean and professional looking. I really love it. A lot of keychains and goods and stuff in Japan are based on their work, so it's really nice to see their success. It was amazing. They've been doing like that stay-at-home series for Marvel on Twitter. It's been really nice and cute to see their art. Yeah, 2 girls. I'm pretty sure they work exclusively digitally. So I remember like studying their work and stuff and trying to figure out how they do things. Because, yeah, I mean, it's so clean. I think you start with manga style Marvel, changing the traditional rules. I guess so. I don't know. Just drawing the way I feel is comfortable, I guess. I actually like how you drew Peter Parker and Mary Jane was Spider-Man. Thank you. Any tips to draw hands? I often get trouble with hands. Probably the best thing is just to take a photo of your own hand doing what you need to do to draw it. If I wasn't streaming right now, I'd probably be taking photos of my own hand, to be honest with you. But in a pinch, you know, Google photos of hands. Otherwise, try to like master 2 or 3 angles of the hand, and you can try to sort of merge angles and stuff in your mind, and that always helps. But it really just comes down to like practice. I'm sorry I can't really give any more advice other than that, but yeah, hands are probably the most difficult thing for me. Do you know other Japanese artists drawing at Marvel or DC? I know Nico. He's not Japanese, he's Argentinian, but he lives in Tokyo as well. I see him at Tokyo Comic Con every year. Who else? Can't. Not off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Gurihiru's the one I know because they do a lot of sequential books. I think a lot of the Japanese artists do covers and stuff. Yes, I will color this. Okay. Getting my markers ready. Any tips for people who get hand-arm pain, or have you had to deal with any of that? Nothing chronic. When I'm drawing all day for like 16 hours, yes, it starts to hurt like here and stuff. So just take a break, maybe ice it a little bit. But sometimes like putting a towel under your forearm helps too. Because a lot of the times you're kind of leaning on your right arm or your left arm or something when you're drawing. So that tends to kind of pinch a nerve and cause pain. So having a towel. But otherwise, taking breaks every so often is probably the best advice I can give. And not holding your pencil too hard. I notice a lot of artists doing that, and I don't recommend it. It's actually hard for me to draw hands since I hold my pencil different from everyone else. Oh, well, whatever works, The most important thing is to be comfortable with whatever you're doing, so you don't have to mimic anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a blue for her skin. I think that's all right. Okay. Oh yes, Peach Bumblecode, yeah. She's been doing covers for everything. Yeah, her stuff's really cool too, like watercolor based, I think. It's so clean, smooth looking. I heard the towel adjustment before. Thanks for all the tips. Anytime. Copics are a set box. This is a mix of like 3 sets I bought. They come in like 72 pen sets, so I think I bought 3 of them, and they're all jumbled up now. And like half of them I don't really use. I kind of tend to stick to about 10 to 15 colors, but it never hurts to have a lot, right? Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I have to buy refills soon. A lot of these are starting to dry out. I heard the refills have like reduced in size though, like by half. So that kind of sucks. Who's your biggest inspiration? I probably like the Dragon Ball guy, so Toriyama. Yeah. It's like, you know, I think I really got into Dragon Ball when I was like between 10 to 12, I think, around there. And like his style is, you know, it's amazing. It's so original, but it's also not so complicated that, you know, like kids can copy it, you know. And I think that's the best aspect, because like you can learn so much from copying and mimicking his style. You know, I mean, that's how I started too. I just remember like reading new issues, and like everything was so inspiring, you know, the way he designs vehicles and stuff, and it just looks so effortless. It was really inspirational for me to see that. And like everything he does with like a sense of humor and like tongue-in-cheek and stuff, and you know, never takes anything too seriously. So yeah, everything combined, it was like, man, I'd love to be able to draw like him someday. Yeah, I'm sure he's inspired hundreds and thousands of kids. Sorry. Sometimes when you have too many markers, you can't find the one you want. Okay. And then once I got into like high school and university, I got really into Ghost in the Shell and Blade of the Immortal, and so more realistic and more detail, and that was the phase I was going through for a little while. Okay. It's too dark. It's too light. I think I'll go with a light purple for the shadows. Yeah, I think this one will be okay. Yeah. How's it been for you guys here? You are so kind and different than other artists who feel like, no. I mean, it's good to be confident, but I don't know. I'm just drawing, so it's not like anything special. like some of those romantic comedy manga, Ohikoshi or Wave Listen to Me as well as the samurai manga. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ohikoshi was, yeah, so post-university, Ohikoshi was probably my biggest, like, inspiration book. I just love that sketchy style he was using in that book. And, you know, story about young people and, you know, nothing, no fighting, no laser beams or anything like that, or fireballs. But it was still entertaining, and, you know, I still have my original copy of Ohikoshi. It's all like tattered and the pages are all yellow and stuff, but I always keep it close by. And then, yeah, I bought, I think, the first 4 issues of Wave Listen to Me, and there's an anime, right? I haven't watched it yet. I couldn't really follow the story with that one, so the art, of course, is amazing. I mean, he can draw anything. But I kind of lost my interest in some of that stuff past Blade of the Immortal. I think nothing will ever top like his action sequences in that one. So is this the same blue? Yeah. And then he had the other one, Birugiruta, and that was just like crazy, like gory action, and it was cool, but I couldn't really get into it, so I haven't read it. His short stories and stuff are really cool too, so I recommend those. Okay, time. Oh, 15 minutes. I'll try to get this done. Yeah, it's looking all right. When will be the next live drawing session? Oh, okay. Thank you for asking. Usually it's at the end of the month. So like today is the last weekend of August. Next month, I'm going to be busy with moving. So unfortunately, I might have to cancel next month's live. So the next one after that would be October. It's only because I probably won't have a strong internet connection in the new house until, you know, a couple of weeks after. So I'm, you know, sorry to say, but I'll have to cancel next month's live video. In terms of the regular Friday videos, I think I can keep going till I might miss the last week's regular video next month, but I'll do my best to keep them updated regularly. At least it's not the new Mystique from the X-Men movies. Yeah, thanks. What print do you use to scan your drawings? What print? You mean like a scanner? Just like a regular Canon scanner. Nothing fancy. It's like A4 size, so I have to, when I scan my comic pages, I have to scan them in little sections and piece them together in Photoshop. I did have an A3 scanner once, but I don't know. It didn't work for me. It's too big and clunky, and wasn't a big fan, so I stick with the smaller scanners. Okay. You draw with B4 paper. Yes. Just used to that smaller size. For covers and stuff, I try to use the American size, so the 11 by 17. But for the pages, I'm just used to drawing at B4, so I stick with B4. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you don't really need fancy equipment, you know, like just the regular household stuff works fine. It's a little too dark. Lighter blue. It's too dark. Few finishing touches. Oh, thanks. Yeah, if you look at the originals, it's a little rough. I do clean them up quite a bit on Photoshop, so if you look at the original pages, there's quite a few mistakes and stuff, but I do my best to make the finished art as, you know, art-worthy as possible. Thanks, man. Just some highlights. I'm almost finished. I'm still on the search for a really good white marker. This is still 70%, I'd say. It does the job though. White Posca markers are a really good find point. Okay. Thanks. I'll write that down. If I find it, I'll try it out. So the dotted lines are actually a stylistic choice after the inking. I didn't know before, now always nice to see you working. Yes, thanks, Pitar. It's just something I kind of started recently doing. Having like a thick black line that's consistent throughout, I thought it was kind of boring. So, you know, at the same time, it's mimicking sort of highlights and light touching. So I thought it might, I don't know, lighten up the drawing a little bit, you know. So I don't know. I'm still trying to perfect this, but hopefully it looks all right. It gives that kind of sort of shimmering and light feel too, so I like it. Okay. Okay. I think we're finished. All right, let's do this. Oh, it's not working. Kind of want a bit more definition in the face. Hold on, let me try this. I don't know, I don't want to touch it too much. Okay. Yeah, it looks a bit too flat for me, so I want just to bump up some of the shadows. Uniball Signal white pen, really good highlights. Okay, thank you. I'll write that down too. Uniball Signal. I use it to the fine version. Copic white ink is thick too. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I've tried the Copic white. I don't know, the end, the nib of that thing. Just, I don't know. I can't get a clean line with that. So I stopped using it. But thank you for the suggestions. Okay, so I think I made it on time. Drawing looks okay. Today's date, August 30th, 2020. Okay, looks all right. I'll post a scan of it right after this, and it is for sale. So if anybody's interested, just get in touch through email or through DM on YouTube or something. But thanks for watching. Again, next month I'll probably have to take a break with the live due to moving and life things, but I'll definitely be back with the live the month after. But the regular videos will still be coming, so hopefully you can join me in a couple months, and please take care. I know things in the world are still messed up, but we can all pull together and get through this. So I really appreciate everybody being here, and so I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.